Hello, I'm Brad Warner. I would like to show you how to set up an Amazon Web Services Cloud Development Kit environment. Whoa, that's a lot of words. An AWS CDK environment allows us to go and automate resource deployment into the AWS cloud. We could do a CDK deploy and do it manually. You could script that up, or you could put that little sequence of resource deployment as a part of a continuous integration CDK pipeline. More on all that later. Let's just get started here. All we need to have is a AWS account and the Cloud Shell, and we can set up a CDK environment so that, again, we can deploy cloud resources later on. So this is just a prerequisite setup we would want to do. The first requirement is to sign into an AWS account. So you would sign into your AWS account, you would launch AWS Cloud Shell. Let's take a look. Over here, I have an AWS account. Notice at the top, I am logged into a certain region, and then in a certain account, and with a certain user or role. So make sure you've done that first in your own setup. Then, when you're ready, go ahead and find the Cloud Shell icon, the greater than underscore icon there. I'm going to launch that Cloud Shell. And the reason I want to demonstrate this CDK bootstrap process for you in the Cloud Shell is I don't need to install any software. I'll show you the different pieces of software we would need for other environments, but here I don't need to install them. So we can just come here and then just close off this dialog. And we have everything we need. Let's take a look. So again, what software do you need as tools to be able to use the CDK? The CDK itself, and then a couple of prerequisites are highly recommended. So here, we're going to check if we have Node.js. So server-side JavaScript sort of environment, Node already installed. Fabulous. Let's check if we have the Node package manager, NPM, already installed. Again, why am I demonstrating this in Cloud Shell instead of launching some other shell environment? I might not have installed those pieces of software somewhere else. You could demonstrate this to other people, this setting up the CDK, deploying things with the CDK really easily in Cloud Shell. Let's, of course, check if we do have the CDK itself installed here. Yes, we do. So we could go and use that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say first CDK space --help, pipe that to more or less, either way is fine. But the key thing that I want to point out right here is there's the bootstrap command. The bootstrap, we need to have an environment. What is an environment in terms of the CDK? An environment is a combination of two things. It is a combination of an AWS account. Try and spell that again better. There we go. An account and then a region. So you could, of course, go and you can copy the account ID out of the little menu in the console up there. You could copy out the region ID out of the menu at the top there in the console. Let's do it a different way. So let me go and show you a different technique. If I type in CDK space bootstrap without specifying an environment, what I would get by default is an error message. Let me go and copy that and just paste it because it has a background here. Hang on a second. Just going to copy that a slightly different way here. There we go. So unless you have a little script set up with a cdk.json, then you would have to specify an environment explicitly, AWS : the ID / and then this code. So again, you could just really copy and paste those values out of your console. But the other way I'm going to show you gives you a couple of extra tools. So I'm going to do a git clone of https://github.com/b432. That's me. It's back on that first page of the video. And then /AWS demo, just singular. AWS demos is the website that shows how to do these sorts of things that I posted the video to, but AWS demo is a little repo that has some cool little tools, very basic. Let's just cd down into AWS demo /bootstrap, and then just 3 easy files. First, I want to point out that this set of slides here that I'm demonstrating from to then bootstrap the AWS account for the CDK is the thing I'm about to show you. And then this page here, and then the next page, which actually shows the bootstrap process, are all in that little slide deck file in Markdown format. So I generated this PowerPoint slide deck with that. Details on how to do that, separate topic, separate video. But here I can grab the account ID, grab the region ID, and then compose together those values in the CDK bootstrap command. Let's take a look at this little process right here. So all I got to do is I could look in the deck.md, but I also saved that away in a convenient little file for you called cdk-bootstrap. So now all I need to do is copy and paste, because that's sometimes about all my typing skills can handle is copying and pasting. You didn't want me to type that for you, did you? So here, well, I did type the word export before it. That was just, kind of something that rolled off the fingertips there. So here, that's my account ID. You'll have a different number. If I go and check if this lovely Cloud Shell has already predefined this AWS region variable, yes, it has. AWS has this region US-West-2. That is this Oregon region. So I've grabbed my account ID and my region without copying and pasting from the console, but something that's scriptable. Okay, let's take a look then at those two values composed together. We could do that just with an echo command here, and that would be the full ID. So I could copy and paste that into a command, or I can just actually grab this command here, which also just says CDK bootstrap AWS // and then the account ID / the region ID plugged in there. This is going to create a CloudFormation change set that is called CDK Toolkit. And it's going to go through about a dozen steps here. And that includes setting up a few resources so that then your CDK environment, your account region combination, that environment is then set up. If you want to use the CDK, or when you want to use the CDK in another region in the same account or in a different account, you would just go through this bootstrap process again. But you could create and deploy dozens, hundreds, thousands of resources within this environment, the account and region, with just this one bootstrap. So you do the bootstrap once per environment. This has got 8 of 12 resources done, so I'm just going to wait here for a few moments without pausing the video. So, sorry, I'm not going to sing a song. I thought of it for a moment, but now it's got 11 out of 12 resources, so here it is done before I even had a chance to sing anything for you. So environment, AWS, and then again, account, and then region there, bootstrapped. So now I can create and deploy resources in this environment. That's it. That's the whole process. If you want to see what got created here, we could go look in CloudFormation. We could look in Amazon S3. We could look at some of those artifacts that were created. And if you want to see how to unbootstrap an environment, we could go through that process, but I'll do that for you in a separate video. So we have gone through this bootstrap process effectively. We would be ready to deploy, destroy, repeat the creation and use of cloud resources. So for further documentation, you could go look at the AWS CDK official documentation is what I would recommend. Check out other AWS demo demonstrations that I'll have posted for you in the future. Thank you.